Good day, I'm Gail Fasach and welcome to Joburgtv News with your news updates. ANC vowed to take DA on through appropriate channels provided by SA electoral laws. SACP welcomes rejection of parole for Janus Wallace and Zim activist Ivan Mawarire due in court on charges of inciting violence. The ANC says it will take the DA on through the appropriate channels provided by the country's electoral laws after the opposition party accused the ruling party of killing South Africans. The DA marched through parts of CBD on Wednesday, where it unveiled a billboard listing the names of victims of the Marikana massacre and Life is Rimeni tragedy. It also accused the ANC of being responsible for several tragedies, including the death of children in pit toilets. The SACP has welcomed the decision to reject parole for Janus Wallace, saying that he does not deserve to be free for murdering party leader Chris Hani. On Wednesday, Justice Minister Michael Masuta announced in Pretoria that Wallace will have to wait at least another 6 months before his case is re-evaluated. The minister rejected the application in November 2017 but was ordered by the High Court in Pretoria last year to reconsider it. The SACP refers to Wallace as a cold-blooded and unrehabilitated murderer who does not deserve to be released on parole. Zimbabwe pro-democracy activist Ivan Mawarire is due in court in Harare on Thursday morning, facing charges of inciting public violence during this week's strike. This comes days after the country took a decision to increase price of fuel by 150%, which resulted in a total shutdown, with residents calling for Emmerson Mnangagwa to vacate office. On Wednesday, police detectives arrested him at his Harare home and charged him with inciting public violence. Reports reveal that Mawarire went on Facebook and Twitter before and during this week's strike, calling for Zimbabweans to stay peacefully at home. We now cross over to Ayanda Vezi in your sports news.
Thank you, Gail. Mamelodi Sundowns move into the top 3 on the log after beating bottom of the log Maritzburg United by a goal to nil. Bafana Bastille created a number of clear-cut chances in the first half but failed to convert them. But finally, a goal came from a thunder strike by captain Hlompo Kekane in the second half. Downs haven't lost a match since the 2018-2019 season began and haven't lost a game to Maritzburg United since 2012. Now Downs find themselves in the third position with 28 points, with Pirates in second position with 31 points and log leaders Vets on 33 points. In cricket, South Africa's AB de Villiers hope his involvement in this year's Pakistan Super League will encourage the world's best players to return to the country. Pakistan have had to play most of their home games in the United Arab Emirates since 2009 attack on Sri Lanka's team bus in Lahore. But former Proteas captain de Villiers will become the most high-profile overseas cricketer to play in Pakistan for a decade should he play as he planned. He will feature in 2 fixtures in the PSL, a domestic 2020 tournament. Banyana to play 2 games in preparations for France World Cup this year. Banyana will play their first game against Netherlands in Cape Town. The first match will play in the honor of Winnie Mandela, while the second match will play against Sweden in the honor of Albertina Sisulu next Tuesday. Sweden returned to Cape Town for a second year, having enjoyed their warm weather training for 12 months. That's your sports news for the day. From me, myself, Ayanda Vezi, and the sports team, it's back to you, Gail.
Now to Boitumelo Mukhaisi with your traffic and weather updates.
On N3 southbound, there's a stationary vehicle after Van Buren Road causing delays. In central Johannesburg, there are traffic restrictions due to road works. In Centurion at Old Johannesburg Road, there's also a stationary bus there. Please avoid the road if you can. On the M1 northbound, there's a police checkpoint. Please expect delays when driving towards Buccleuch interchange. And in your Johannesburg weather updates today, scattered thunderstorms are expected this afternoon. Hillbrow sitting on 27 degrees Celsius, Rosebank on 27 degrees Celsius, and in Midrand it's 28 degrees Celsius. Back to you, Gail.
And that's it from myself and the rest of the Joburg TV news team. Catch your next bulletin in the afternoon.